Hello, Shelby and Shane. Hello. Hi, Mom. Hello, Drew and Ellie and Cole. It's another beautiful day. Woohoo! I thought it might rain. I think it might still rain, but right now it doesn't really look like it, does it? Hi, Maggie. Hi, Miles. Hi, Max. Hi, Daksha. Hello, Ellie and Elias. Hello, Paige. Hello, Millen. Hello from Yak the Snake. Yep, Yak has been waiting all night for this chance to come back on the show, right? Yep. Hello, Evangeline and Eleanor. Hello. Is it afternoon? Wait, no, it's not afternoon, is it? I don't think so. No, still morning, yeah. Hello, Anna. Yes, it's Yak. Yay. Hi, Yak. How you doing? And what's great about Yak is that we determined that his middle name is actually Zach. So next week for Z Week, it's going to be Yak Zach coming in. Hello, Riley and Alice. Oh, it's supposed to rain in the afternoon. I gotcha. Okay, so we'll have to go out and play today. Hello, Violet. Hello, how are you today? Hello, Anna. All right, guys. I think it is time to get started. What clouds? Clouds, what are you doing? Oh yeah, the clouds will come in the afternoon. Ooh, we could do a weather report with props. That would be fun. All right, are you guys ready to sing good morning? Oh yay, hi Dominic, I'm so glad. Ready to sing? Good morning, how are you? Good morning, how are you? How are you this special day? We're so glad you came to play. Good morning, how are you? Hello, everybody. I hope you guys had a wonderful day playing outside yesterday. It was just so beautiful, I can't even take it.
Hot.
Yeah, actually, we tried to take a walk, and Amelia said it was too hot to continue.
Because I was in long sleeves.
That's true. Yeah, exactly. So, it's actually getting pretty warm out there, which is awesome. Woo! Emojis out the wazoo. Fun. All right. Where'd the board go? Where's the board? Oh, whoop, there we go. All right. Whoop. And let's do our calendar for today. Does anybody know what our number is today? Snake, do you know? What is it, Snake? Snake cannot speak. Tragic. What do you guys think? 7. It's a 7. That's right. And we are in what month? Do you guys know? April. And what letter does April start with?
A.
Starts with an A. That's right. And to find out our day of the week, we're going to go up here and we're going to try and read this word right here.
Tuesday.
What do you guys think? Do you agree with Amelia? Tuesday? Yep, I think it's Tuesday. And what letter does Tuesday start with?
T.
Starts with a T. That's right. Today is Tuesday. April the 7th. April the 7th. 2020. That is the day. That is the day. Excellent. All right, let's sing our Days of the Week song. When you hear Tuesday, tap your fingers on your head. You ready? Days of the week. 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 There's Sunday and there's Monday. There's Tuesday and there's Wednesday. There's Thursday and there's Friday. And then there's Saturday. Days of the week. 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 Excellent. Good job. All right, Weather Bear. Bring forth Weather Bear. There she is. She's still in her sundress from yesterday because it is going to be another beautiful day. Now, she might need her rain stuff later, but not yet. So if it's going to rain this afternoon, might be good to go outside right after this, get some playtime in. In fact, I have a little accessory just so that she can be so ready for all of the beautiful flowers out there. Weather Bear's feeling a little bit like a unicorn today, right? And why not? Right? Just deciding A unibear, exactly. Yes, unibear, the weather bear, right? Exactly. She's ready to go outside and play with those spring flowers, right? Okay, let's talk. Woo! Oh my goodness. Whoop, she just lost her horn. All right, so for our plant of the day, I have a goldfish plant. I love this plant. because, well, eventually it should make some really beautiful flowers. But I think what's really cool about it is this is actually the side that I see all the time. It's kind of purple. It's just the back of the leaves there. And this is the side that faces towards the window. And as you can see, that's the green side, right? This is the side that they're turning towards the window and towards the sunlight, because these leaves want that sunlight to use their superpower of photosynthesis to turn that sunlight into food. So the green is facing the window and the purple faces us because we don't give it any sunlight, right? Yeah, so why would you even face us? So I think that's pretty cool that this plant, even though plants don't look like they move, they actually do. They move towards the sun all the time. They just move really slowly. I also think it's kind of cool that like the plant doesn't care about pleasing us. You know, like this is the gorgeous side. This is the side I might like to see, but this is the side it faces toward the window away from us because the plant feels no desire to please us. It just does what it wants to do, and I kind of respect the plant for that. And hopefully one day it will flower, fingers crossed, but hasn't happened yet. All right, let's water our other classroom plants here. Got the bromeliad, got that guy, got that guy. All right, so it is Tuesday, which is the day that we talk about social studies, which is just talking about people and how people live and how people get along, right? In life, how we work, how we live. And today we're going to be talking about rules. In particular, who makes the rules, right? Because we've all had to follow a lot of rules lately. We heard we can't really leave our house much. We can go outside and play, but we can't go to school. We can't go to the store anymore unless you're a grown-up going grocery shopping. We can't go to the playground, which stinks. Who's making all those rules? Why are they making those rules? How do they get the information to make those rules? We're going to be talking a little bit about that, about rules and about government. Government is just a big word for the people that get to make the rules, which in your house is probably your parents or your grandparents, right? The grown-ups that take care of you. Yeah, we get to make the rules, right? But we have to follow rules too. We have to follow the rules from the people that are in power. So we're going to be talking about that, but to get us ready for that idea, we are going to read this awesome book, which if you saw the Xavier Riddle movie, Madam President, this is a little bit like that. This is called Sofia Valdez, Future Prez, and it's about a little girl that decides she wants to be the one to help make the rules, but also solve the big problems that we have, right? Because that's what rules are. Rules are out there to solve big problems. So this girl decides when she grows up, she wants to be the one making the rules and solving the problems. So let's see what she does to get ready. You ready, Yak? All right, Yak's ready. Let's do it. All right. This is called Sofia Valdez, Future Prez by Andrea Beaty, illustrated by David Roberts. Let's see what Sophia's up to. Sofia Valdez, Future Prez. Sophia was a baby who got things done, helping her family before she turned 1. How's she helping? Can you see?
Watering the flowers.
Yeah, she's helping to water. We do that too, don't we? She and Abuelo went out every week to help elderly friends around Blue River Creek. That's Abuelo. Abuelo is Spanish for grandfather. She's helping elderly friends who couldn't get out and about on their own, and with no place to gather, were stuck home alone. Raking the leaves, taking pets for a walk, or just stopping by for a treat and a talk. Sofia Valdez did as much as she could for her family and friends and her whole neighborhood. A dreamer, a doer, a real-life go-getter. Most people liked good, but Sofia liked better. Wow, she's really helping, isn't she? Hi, Antonio. Hi, Livia. Each morning, Abuelo walked Sophie to class. They walked home again along Blue River Pass, making plans, munching cookies, Abuelo and girl. Except for that Tuesday when Pup saw a squirrel. With a howl, Pup took off, racing all through the town, over, under, beneath, and around. Sophia scrambled to keep up with the hollering man and the bellowing Pup. Oh boy. Oh no, look at that. Up the squirrel ran to the top of a hill made of leftover junk for the local landfill. They reached the tip top of that mountain of trash which jiggled and broke with an ear-splitting crash. Ah! Down they all tumbled and hit with a thud on a moldy old pumpkin surrounded by mud. Gross. Ouch, cried Abuelo. He struggled to stand. A dangerous mess, he said, grasping her hand. The next day, Sofia walked to school solo. That means all alone. But it wasn't the same without her Abuelo. This is not right, declared young Sofia, who glared at Mount Trashmore and got an idea. The very next morning at dawn, she planted a sign on the front of the lawn. She stood back and smiled, and Pup gave a bark. Get rid of Mount Trashmore. Let's build a new park. Ooh, what a nice idea. Each of her neighbors had something to say about benches and fountains and places to play, meeting spots, gardens, a basket for bees, a rubber duck pond, and a kiosk for cheese. She drew every thought on her map of the park, which was perfectly perfect by 1/4 to dark. She drifted to sleep in her soft, cozy bed. Then, bam! She woke up when a thought smacked her head. Her heart skipped a beat as she realized each one of her neighbors had said, "Let me know when it's done." They all thought Sofia could build it alone. But how could one girl do so much on her own? The weight of that thought made her tender heart ache as night thunder growled and she lay wide awake. Then dawn brought a storm and the gloomy sky wept, and the heart-sick Sofia finally slept. Abuelo baked cookies when Sophie got up. He gave her a bagful and sneaked one to Pup. He blinked back a tear as he hugged his Sofia. For courage, he whispered, "Te amo, mi vida." That means, "I love you, my life." Sophia's knees wobbled. She felt weak inside. She looked at his ankle and quite nearly cried. Though she didn't feel brave or courageous at all, Sofia Valdez went to City Hall. City Hall is where the government is, right? Where they make rules and they try to solve problems. There we go. There's the library, and there's Sofia, one little girl going to a great big building. I'd feel nervous, wouldn't you? The mayor's office sent her to room 401, where the Blue River Creek Department of Fun, which sent her downstairs to room 302, the office of duck ponds and cool things to do, to the office of monkeys, the department of cheese, the division of fountains and meetings and bees, then down to the basement, so musty and cramped, where all the town's papers were sorted and stamped. And that's where the clerk said what no one else did. "You can't build a new park. You're only a kid." The word smacked Sofia deep down in her heart. Her plan was kiboshed before it could start. "I think," said Sofia, "I think that law's wrong." But her second-grade voice didn't sound very strong. The clerk said clearly, "It cannot be done. Do you have any questions?" Sofia said, "One. If you were me and I was you and he was your grandpa, what would you do?" Well, said the clerk. Then she said nothing at all. She thought and she thought, then she sent out a call to every employee throughout City Hall. The entire government of Blue River Creek crammed into the office to hear Sophie speak. But her words jumbled up and her cheeks turned bright red as a dozen emotions rushed into her head. Her heart beat so loudly she thought it would crack. The crowd leaned in closer. Sofia leaned back. Then her arm brushed the edge of the old cookie sack. That was the moment when Sofia first knew being brave means doing the thing you must do, though your heart cracks with fear, though you're just in grade 2. She felt the cookie bag her abuelo gave her, right? She knows she's got to be brave. She took a deep breath, looked the mayor in the eye, and though her knees wobbled, she held her head high. Sofia started talking. She spelled out her plan and why it all mattered and how it began. And once she got rolling, she had lots to say about meeting spots, monkeys, and places to play, and other ideas for things they could do to help the town elders and other folks too. She had thoughts on the library, thoughts on the zoo, and perhaps a way to combine the two. And... "All right," cried the mayor, "go start a petition. If the town wants a new park, we'll form a commission." So young Sofia got right to work with some help from her family and Pup and the clerk. They're making a petition to see if other people agree there should be a new park. Then others joined in, not all, but a few, like Miss Lila Greer and the kids in grade 2. Look at how many people want a new park, and they want to help Sofia make it. There were hearings and surveys and taxes to figure, then bulldozers, cranes, and a big blue bigger digger. They all built that park. That's how it got done, with the hard work of, by, and for everyone. But it began with the dream of one person, just one, who laced up her shoes and then led the way to help Blue River Creek get a new place to play. Now every evening till long after dark, the town comes together at Citizens Park. They all hold this truth to be self-evident, that Sofia Valdez could grow up to be president. Until then, Sofia, that real-life go-getter, helps Blue River Creek get better and better. There we go. So she's just a little girl, but she saw a big problem, right? What was the big problem?
Mount Freshmore.
Right, there was a big mountain of trash in her neighborhood. And why was that trash bad? What happened to her family?
They got hurt.
Yeah, her grandfather tripped on it, right? And fell and hurt himself, and that's not good. Yeah, that hurt him. So she decided she was going to make a difference, right? She decided she was going to go to the government where people make the rules and solve problems. And through a lot of hard work and being brave, she managed to do it. And it says future Prez here. That means that when she's older, she's going to run and maybe she's going to be president of the United States and get to solve even bigger problems, right? Our second book is about something that government does that helps solve another problem. We, in real life, also have too much trash, right? We have too much trash. We have not been very kind to our planet. There's a lot of really dirty parts, right? And that's a big problem, and we need to solve it. And the government is helping. Some people in government are helping to solve it. And one way is by recycling. So this is a book about something that the government does, which is help us have recycling. So this is called Max Goes to the Recycling Center by Adria Klein. Let's see. Max and his class are learning about recycling. Recycling means to use something again. The class visits the recycling center, a place run by the government. The guide tells the class what they can recycle. They can recycle paper, cans, glass, and plastic. The guide tells them that recycling cuts down on waste. Recycling makes the world a better place, right? Because we have less trash. We're using things again. Max and his class tour the recycling center. They watch the cans being crushed. The cans are put into big bins. They watch the newspapers being tied together. The newspapers are put into big boxes. They watch the glass bottles go into a big bin. The plastic bottles go into a different bin. The guide tells them that the cans, newspapers, and bottles will be made into new things. A newspaper might become a cereal box. A soda can might become a camping chair. A plastic bottle might even become a t-shirt. I have a t-shirt made of a plastic bottle. At home, Max collects cans, bottles, and papers. He wants to make the world a better place. So there's one thing that the government does to try and help solve the problem of too much trash as we have recycling. Now, we have another big problem, right? Right now, we have this COVID-19 sickness, right? And that's a big problem. And we all have to work together to try and solve it. Hello, Amelia. So we're going to talk a little bit about how we solve that, right? We have this big problem. A lot of people are getting sick. We don't want people to get sick. We want people to be healthy, right? So how are we going to solve this big problem? So I have some figures over here to help you see. Here comes the cavalry on the, all right. Okay. Okay. There we go. They're falling down. All right. Oh my goodness. Amelia, get those. All right. Okay. So let's say this is you, okay? Some of you might recognize 11 from Stranger Things. Oh, there we go. It was paused for a second. You want to go to the playground, but you can't. Right? Why can't you? Why can't you go to the playground and have fun? Oh, here, let's put them to the side for a second. There we go. That's because there was a scientist, right? A really cool scientist. I actually got my glasses because they look like this character, which is Casima from Orange and Black, if you watch that show. But anyway, there is a scientist who said, you know what? I have been researching. I have been studying a lot about sickness and about how people get better. And I know that if lots of people get together and touch the same things, that it's going to make the sickness worse. worse, and then more people will get it, and more people will get it, and more people, will have to go to the doctor, and the doctors will have too many people. So the scientist knows that because she's gone to school and she's studied real hard, and she knows that research, but she's not necessarily the one who makes the rules, right? She's a scientist. She works maybe at a university. So she is going to tell someone in government who makes the rules. So let's say Princess Leia here is the person in charge, right? She's in charge of making the rules and solving problems, just like the president. And the scientist goes over and she says, you know what? If kids go to the playground right now, or if they go to school, lots of people are going to get sick. And she says, oh no, that's terrible. I don't want that to happen. I don't want people to get sick, but people aren't going to like not going to the playground. She says, nope. But it's still what we've got to do because I have used science to figure that out. She says, oh my goodness, okay, all right, I better tell people. But how is the person in charge going to tell people? Well, here comes a reporter for the newspaper or for the TV. They might say, hey, what should I tell the people? Everybody's reading my newspapers and watching my TV station. So what should I tell them? And then the person in charge says, I talked to the scientist, and the scientist said that we should all not go to school and we should not go to the playground because that will help people not get sick. And the reporter says, oh, okay, all right, no problem. I'm going to go tell this nice family right here. And the reporter says, guess what, guys? We can't go to the playground and we can't go to school, and it really stinks and we're all really irritated about it, but we know it's the right thing to do because the president here talked to the scientists and they know, right? So that is why we cannot go. But how did we get her in charge, right? How do we decide who is in charge and makes the rules? Voting, right? Voting is the way, because you know what? Princess Leia here might not listen to the scientists, right? It's possible that we might even have somebody in charge that would be like, what, scientists? I don't like scientists. They stink. Go away. And then a lot of people could get sick, right? And we don't want that. So how are we going to decide who should be in charge? Well, guess what? You are going to get to decide who is in charge. That's so cool. That's because we live in a place with a democracy. That means we vote to see who's going to be in charge. Just like Sofia Valdez in our book, right? When she gets older, she's going to run to try and be president, and maybe she will get enough votes, maybe she won't, but that's how we decide, is we have two people, maybe, and we say, which one do you want? Who do you think would make a better person in charge, You might... Maybe Leia, maybe Hela from Thor Ragnarok, who knows, but you get probably Leia. But when you are older, you get to decide. You get to have a vote, and that is so important. It is everything, because you're going to help decide what rules are made and who listens to scientists and who listens to reporters and who makes those decisions. So for our activity of the day, we are going to try and have a vote. So whoever is in your family, they can be the people voting in your election, right? Your mom and dad, whoever is taking care of you, they're still going to make the rules, right? But you could take a vote on certain issues, like what movie are you going to watch tonight, right? Maybe some of you want to watch Frozen 2. Right? Frozen 2 is great. So I'm going to draw Elsa here. Let it go, let it go. Okay, so there's Elsa, okay, for Frozen 2. So maybe we want to watch Frozen 2. Maybe they don't want to, maybe somebody else wants to watch something else. Like what? What else could we watch? Lion King, great one, yeah. So maybe we want to watch Lion King instead, right? So your family can have a vote to see whether you should watch Frozen 2 or The Lion King as a movie tonight, right? So you can go around and you can ask everybody in your family, which one do you want? You can only pick one. So Amelia, if you had to pick Frozen 2 or The Lion King, which one would you want?
Lion King.
Lion King? All right, so that's one vote for Lion King. All right. Zod, my cat's here. Zod, what do you think? Frozen 2 or Lion King?
Lion
I think we know what the cat would want, right? The cat wants to watch Lion King. Yeah, exactly. All right. And let's see. All right, Lily. Lily just walked in. Lily, would you pick Frozen 2 or Lion King to watch?
Well, since we just watched The Lion King, I would pick Frozen.
All right. So Lily picks Frozen because we actually just watched The Lion King last night. All right. So
Lion King 1.5.
right, Lion King 1.5. Right. So here in our election, how many votes does The Lion King have?
2.
2, right? And how many votes does Frozen 2 have?
Wait, you didn't vote?
I didn't vote. That's true. Yeah. All right, I really like Frozen 2, but then it will be a tie, which would be confusing. So
Wait, then,
I'm torn here between.
Airbnb can-
Yeah. All right, you know what? I'll vote for The Lion King just for the sake of argument. All right. So here, how many votes does The Lion King have now?
3.
1, 2, 3. And how many votes does Frozen 2 have?
1.
Just 1. Right. So which one are we going to watch? The Lion King, right? Because it has more votes. That's how democracy works, right?
2.
Yeah, and you know what? The people that like Lily that just voted for Frozen, kind of stinks because sometimes what you want doesn't win, but that's just the way it goes. Then you say, all right, we'll try it again tomorrow. We'll do another thing.
Didn't get to vote.
Oh, Snake, what do you think? Snake says Frozen? Ah, Snake says Frozen. Well, in that case, how many votes does Frozen 2 have now?
The governor needs to vote.
Yeah, I know. That's true. She didn't get a chance. 3 is still more than 2. So we still have a vote for The Lion King. All right, guys, that is it. You guys try and make a vote in your house. It might be for what movie you're going to watch. It might be what book you're going to read. It might be where you're going to go on a walk. It might be what you're going to eat for dinner, if that's a possibility. So have a family vote and see what you come up with. And remember, when you get older, you have the power to vote and to help decide who makes the rules and who solves the problems.
Me.
That's right. All right, maybe you can run. Maybe you can be the person to solve the problems, right? That would be great. All right, guys, it is time to sing our goodbye song. Are you ready?
Goodbye.
It's time to say goodbye. It's time to say goodbye. Wave goodbye to everyone. It's time to say goodbye. We had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. Wave goodbye to everyone. We had a lot of fun. We'll see you again tomorrow. We'll see you again tomorrow. Wave goodbye to everyone. We'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.